Good morning, everybody. Whoa, I know. It's always fun and Maxi Monday, huh? Whew, Maxi wind. It's windy in Vegas. Very windy. Well, how is everybody today? I am fantastic, and we have a great show today. I want to tell you that for some reason, we've got 316 sales already in the first 4 days of November. I suspect a lot of those are, though, perhaps from the 31st. I'm not sure because the 31st was a Monday, so I thought that we might be pretty cool. But anyway, it's all good. 79 per day. We averaged 74 per day in October. So we'll see how it all plays out. Last year, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this one. 255 sales that closed in the first 4 days of November. Whoa. Is that because of Nevada Day, Halloween, and then everybody closes on the 1st of November? Something's going on, but it's fun. It's all good. We did 24 listings in the $445,000 and under price points. And that gives us a total of 2,854 single family active homes in the medium price range and under. That's 38% of our total single family homes of 7,473. We listed 60 over the weekend. Wow, that's fantastic. And of those 60, 24 were in the medium price range. So what else is going on? We have 96 closings Friday. We listed 79 homes over the weekend, homes, high rises, single family townhomes. And I'm talking about our geographic area in the valley, not Boulder City, not Pahrump, and not Mesquite, just in our zip codes where we do most of our business. But then you jump down, if you see on the chart, the Clark County stats, and that's a little bit broader area. And that's where we did the 316 sales in Clark County. And when it comes to the investors, that's also Clark County. And the reason being for those two Clark County areas is because the MLS does not allow me to do the zip codes in a group. Otherwise, I'd be doing them one by one, and that would just take forever. So we do Clark County for non-owner occupieds. And we did 33 sales per day so far, and that's 816 this quarter, October, November, December. So that averages out for the year about 30% of our market. So investors are buying. Why? Because rents are high, and we're going to get into this a little bit later in the show when we look ahead to see what's on the docket for our future in Las Vegas. Lots of exciting things. Let's go now. I have a little, let's see here. There I am. There I am. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I deleted myself, I guess. Now I've got several of me. God forbid, huh? Okay, so here we go, and it looks like it's mirrored. Let's see if we can fix all that. Show the name. We don't want mirror camera, no. There we go. Now I know what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Anyway, I wanted to ask everybody a couple questions today. And, you know, I know we get caught up in the minutia, and I know that it's Monday. So I thought we'd ask ourselves some questions. And these questions actually came from Mike Vance. Now, Mike Vance is a distinguished name in speaking and communicating. He passed away, I believe, about 5 years ago. And his fast-paced deliveries was sprinkled with his humor, and he made himself one of the most stimulating speakers and sought after teachers. So I read up a little bit on him, and what I found out is that he had 5 questions, and he asked these to very famous people like Walt Disney. Um, they say Mother Teresa. I didn't, that's kind of like what somebody said, but I didn't see that he said that. So anyway, this is a question he would ask extraordinary people, like what? Well, let's say like Walt Disney. I want to be correct. So Mike said that the people that he talked to all answered these 5 questions. So I'm going to ask you, what is your purpose? That's the first question he would ask them. And so, with all this stuff happening in the world, if you recenter around what is your purpose personally or professionally, or a combination of the two, and you just lock in on that, you're going to be back on track. So, what is your purpose, business and personally? Okay, that's a question. Number 2 was, what are your God given talents? What do you do that has massive impact, that moves the needle, that you do every single day? When you do it, you feel like you're not even working. That's because you love what you do. And you got to do more of that. When you do that, what's going to happen to your business? Well, he asked that question. And I think if you love what you do, guess what? You're going to get results. Now, the third question that he asked was, what do you value? Or what are your values? We often get off kilter, especially when the market shifts like it has. And we need to stop and say to ourselves, wait a minute, I value honesty, integrity, doing the right thing, hard work, success, the things that matter most to me: love, passion, my relationships, my puppies, my teaching, whatever it may be. We've all got to get back to what we value. When we get off kilter, sometimes we forget those things. What are our values? Doing the right thing. That's really important. Being kind to people. The things that matter most: love, passion, and our relationships. So when we get back on track, we're on track. Then Mike asked question number 4. And think about this one. He'd say, hey, it's 20 years from now. What is the dent you made in the universe? What was the impact you made? What's their story? What's your story? The headline of what you've accomplished in the past 20 years. And it's just that reminder that we may get caught up in the moment, the small minutia of the day, versus having that perspective of the day. From the day you're born, the day you die, guess what? That's the dash on the tombstone in the middle. That's the story of your life. But this moment right now is a micro blip in the dash of your life. So remember what you're working towards for the next 20 years. This is one to really think about, because 20 years will go by. Believe me, I know. The last 20 years of my life has flown by. And I wanted to do something, and I did it. I wanted to have a website company. I wanted to be able to give back and be able to continue to give back with information and helping people. And that's what's important to me. And that's the dash in my life. So you keep that perspective. And now this is just a moment in time, but it's important. So here's question number 5. He would say, okay, now it's 20 years from today. And who are you at this level? Who are you? Who are you, Mr.? Who are you, Mrs.? And how did you show up in the world? How did you operate? How do you communicate? How do you connect with others? How do you move the needle in your business life and in your personal life and in the people that matter to you? Did you move the needle in their life? And who do I need to be if I was already there? In other words, can you be better? So my challenge is the people to answer those 5 questions, and they're tough, especially the first one, what's my purpose? But I promise you, the moment you answer these questions, it won't matter what's happening in the world. It won't matter what's happening in the market, because you will know who you are and where you are going and why, what you stand for and what you're committed to. And that's how you get back on track. Number 1, what's your purpose? Number 2, what are your God-given talents? Number 3, what do you value, or what are your values? And number 4, what's the dent that you made in the universe? Number 5 was, what is the impact that you made? It's 20 years from today. Who are you going to be at that level? So number 2, I just want to go back on that one again. And my phone is beeping because we have a class today and people probably have some issues. But anyway, number 2, what are your God-given talents? I like that one because that has massive impact in all the other questions, in my opinion. And that moves the needle because that you can do every single day. And if you feel like you're not working, you're doing what you love. And hopefully you're making that massive impact. I thought that was just a really good thing to start off this week with, the rest of the year, so that we can work on where we're going and why, and if we can use and value the things that we have. So let's see now. I was going to let you all know that there's some exciting things going on. Now, we started to talk about this the other day. I think it was Wednesday because I had technical difficulties Friday. I love that term because it covers a myriad of excuses. Anyway, I didn't make it Friday. Apologize for that. But we talked last week about the number of people that are moving here. 8.4 people are moving here every hour. 6,100 people are moving here every month. And in the next 18 years, we're going to have another 700,000 people. That might make you make some decisions in your career, in your retirement, where you're going to live, where you're not going to live. You want to be outside the Beltway versus inside the Beltway, all kinds of decisions based on those statistics. And then I wanted to just briefly show you looking ahead. Looking ahead. Now, I have several things that I'm going to go over with you on Wednesday, slides I'm going to share and put in the group for you to use when you're out there and about and talking to people about how's our market. How's our market? Everybody asks that question and you need to have an answer. Well, not only how's our market is, the real estate market, but what's going on in Las Vegas, Southern Nevada. We have a global market. And looking ahead, and I love this picture. I love this picture. So here's one of the things that is really going to, let me do this one first. Oops, my puppy's barking. Let me hide this guy. Here, $26.7 billion worth of projects going on, investments in Southern Nevada. That'll tell you something. There's going to be jobs for those people moving here. Yes, there are. There's going to be tourists coming because we're going to have more things. And today, I just have a few more minutes, so I want to show you, this is one of my favorite things that I think is going to just really, there will be nothing like it in the United States. And MSG stands for Madison Square Garden Sphere. And this is going to cost $20 billion. I mean, yeah, 20, $2 billion. And it's expected to finish in 2023. Now, John and I go down to the Strip for our date night, and we go to the Wynn, and right behind the Wynn, I think it's on Harmon, is where this is being built. And it's absolutely going to be a one of a kind arena for audio and for shows and concerts. It's going to seat 18,000 people. It's 336 feet tall and 500. It says it has two talls. So I guess there's the tall outside the sphere, and then there's the 336 feet inside the sphere. I guess we shall see. But anyway, the audio and the experience is going to be the only one in the world. So I like that. And then the other one that I picked today to show you, just a sneak preview of some things, is this one. Now, I've been talking about this, I can't tell you, for a long time, probably since the 90s when they were first going to do this. And now it's called Brightline Rail. $2 billion. It's expected to be finished in 2026. And it is a 2 times faster than driving high-speed train. In other words, it'll go 180 miles per hour top speed. And it's 216 miles to Victorville, and then 260 miles to Rancho, Cucamanga. And this is going to bring more and more Californians here. And I was even thinking this might make Las Vegas maybe a bedroom community for some large companies there. I don't know. People can work there and live here. I know you think of it from going from there to here, but also think from going from here to there, right? So you could live in Vegas, enjoy our wonderful lifestyle, and work there, and maybe work 2 or 3 days a week, or 40 hours, 4 days a week, and then come home for 3 days. I don't know. I mean, I think there's lots of things to read into something like this. 2 times faster than driving, 180 miles per hour top speed. Wow. And I have been thinking about this for so long. I think, from a fuel perspective, the price of gas today, I wish we had it now, don't you? Absolutely. Anyway, it's time for me to run. Jimmy and I are doing a class today, and it's a really interesting class, and one of my favorites, actually, because Jimmy has put together a class where he goes and he interviews the different veterans out there that do property management. And they're very, very good. These are the cream of the crop, let me tell you. I have a property management company, and we just do fantastic. And listening to these other people, because I couldn't be on it, listening to these other people and learning from them, the veterans, and I will be there to, add some of my experiences as well, to make this a very interesting class. And right now, guess what? Investors are buying properties. Rents are high. You might want to target those investors because the prices are down a little bit. So they're going to get more bang for their buck. And the rents have only adjusted about 5%, at least in our company, in our properties. And we do Summerlin, Henderson, Centennial Hills. We do all around the valley. So I think we have a pretty good finger on the pulse of the market. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. It's windy. Be careful. Don't forget to vote. Please vote. If you don't vote, don't complain. But I want you to vote. And I want you to complain. Vote. You have to vote. We have to vote. And it's windy out there today and tomorrow and Wednesday. So today and tomorrow, it's going to be windy. So get out there early, get it over with, and vote. I've got to go. My 20 minutes is almost up today. So hopefully I gave you some things to think about, gave you some things to look ahead, and gave you a class to come to. Love you all. Have a great day.